ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته ladies and gentlemen. أظن عنكم تمام. ما شاء الله تبارك الله. Eid Mubarak to you all. May Allah accept our ibadah and also give us another opportunity to witness another blessed month of Ramadan, inshallah. So as I said initially in my last video, I will be taking the flight controls, inshallah, today. So please do not forget to like, share and subscribe at the end of this video, inshallah. So let's get going. Yes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the flight controls concentrates on flight control systems used by a pilot to control the aircraft's direction and also the altitude. Now, these flight controls varies from one aircraft to another depending on the type of the aircraft flow. Now, for instance, the flight controls of an Airbus is totally different to the one of a Boeing. So now the most basic flight control systems constructed from mechanical and also dead to back alley aircraft, which operates with a set of mechanical parts like rods, cables, and sometimes pulleys, and it also uses the chains for transmission of forces of flight deck to control surfaces. So it's very important. So as I said initially, the flight controls may vary from one aircraft to another. I gave example now the Boeing as well. Boeing, if you notice, the Boeing flight deck has like a two steering something wheel to hold. So and for the Airbus it's just a one stick, just a stick like this. It's just beside the cockpit window. So you will just be controlling like this. So most of the pilots usually argue on this. Some of the Airbus pilots say that the Airbus controls is a bit easier, while the Boeing as well say that. So, and for me, I think I prefer the flight controls of an Airbus. It's quite flexible and also straightforward. Yes. Aircraft control systems consist of primary systems and also secondary systems. The ailerons, elevator or stabilizer, and rudder systems and rudder are the primary control systems and also are required to control the aircraft effectively in the flight. Now, the wing flaps, leading edges, devices, spoilers, and trim systems are the secondary control systems, which improves the performance characteristics of an aircraft and also reduces excess workload and control forces to the pilot. So these are basically the two types of flight control systems, which are the primary and secondary systems. From the pilot's view, the yaw is in the opposite direction of the bank. The adverse yaw is a result of a differential drag use and also a slight difference in the velocity of left and also right wing. However, the elevator controls pitch about lateral axis, unlike the ailerons on a small aircraft. The elevator is connected to the control panel or the support in the flight deck by the series of linkages. So this is basically the rule. However, we have various kinds of pressure, but our pilots are mainly concerned with atmospheric pressure, as it has main factors of weather changes and also it assists in lifting the aircraft and sometimes operates essential flight instruments like vertical speed indicator, airspeed indicator, altimeter, and also flight instruments. Now, the Newton basic law of motion said that the formulation of lift has been prehistorically been an adoption over a few centuries of main physical laws. Now, these laws sometimes has relevant aspects relating to lift and do not explain the formulation of lift. So this is the main issue. Now, in order to achieve a successful flight in a machine that is heavier than air, we must overcome several obstacles. Now, which is a resistance to movement, precisely the drag force. This is very important. However, the most challenging hindrance in the aviation industry to overcome is the force of gravity. This is the main problem to overcome in the aviation industry. Air flow is a structure designed to obtain reaction upon its surface from air through the part it moves or passes such a structure. However, air acts upon various ways when submitted to different velocities and pressure as well. But this conversation is confined to the parts of an aircraft concerning the pilots in flight. So these are especially the airfoil designed to produce lift. So after half century, when the Newton's law was formulated, the Bernoulli's law stated that as the velocity of a moving fluid, liquid or gas increases, definitely the pressure within the fluid will decrease. Definitely. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the ailerons controls rolls about the longitudinal axis. These ailerons are attached to the outboard trailing edge of each wing and also move in the opposite direction. Now, the ailerons are connected with cables, pulleys, push or pull tubes, and also a control wheel or control stick. So in a T-tail configuration, the elevator is above most of the effect of downwash from the propeller as well as the airflow from the fuselage or wings during normal flight operations. Now the operations of the elevator on the undisturbed air allow control movement that is consistent throughout the flight regime. So this is very important. As mentioned earlier, the stabilizer is essentially a one-piece horizontal stabilizer that revolves from a central hinge point. Now when the control panel is pulled back, it raises the stabilizer trailing edge, pulling the nose of the aircraft. This is happening when takeoff. Now the rudder controls the movement of the aircraft on its vertical axis. This movement is known as yaw. The VTOL design uses two slanted surfaces. Yes, it uses these two slanted surfaces from vertical axis as well. The VTOL design utilizes two slanted surfaces to perform the same function as the surfaces of conventional rudder and elevator configuration, and also the mixed surfaces act in both horizontal and vertical stabilizers. So this is very crucial. Now the flaps are controls or devices used on an aircraft for a high lift, which are attached to the trailing edge of the wing, increasing both lift and also induced drag for any given angle of attack. Now the most common installation on a small aircraft is a single trim tab attached to the trailing edge of the elevator. Now most of the trim tabs are manually operated by a small vertically mounted control wheel. So the flaps is very important in flight. They are normally deployed when takeoff and also at the same time when landing. They are both deployed in this. Now the fixed pitch propeller is also a propeller with fixed blade angles. However, the pitch of this propeller is set by the manufacturer and cannot be transformed. So as the fixed blade angles accomplishes the best efficiency at any given combination of airspeed and also RPM, the pitch level is ideal for neither climb nor cruising. So the adjustable pitch propeller is the initial prototype of the constant speed containing blades whose pitch can be adjusted on ground but cannot be adjusted in flight. So it is also known as ground adjustable propeller. So it's very important. Okay, induction system generates air from outside with a compound of fuel and also delivers fuel air compound to the cylinder where combustion occurs. Now external air enters the induction system through an intake port on the front of the engine cooling. Now let's talk about a mixture control. Carburetors are normally calibrated at sea level air pressure, where the correct fuel air mixture ratio is established from a mixture of control sets in a full reach position. Now as the altitude increases, the fuel density remains the same. So we have two types of carburetors. We have the float carburetors and also pressure carburetors. The float carburetors fulfilling with idling, accelerating, mixture control, idle cutoff, and also power enrichment system, while the pressure carburetors are usually not found on small aircraft. But the main differences between these two types of carburetors is the fuel delivery process. This is the main difference between the float carburetor and also pressure carburetor. Spoilers are high drag devices found on the same fixed wing of an aircraft, deployed from the wing to reduce or spoil the movement of airflow. It also reduces drag force, and it also reduces lift and increased drag force at the same time. On gliders, spoilers are mainly used to control the rate of descending for accurate landing. Autopilot is an automatic flight control system that keeps an aircraft on a flight level or on a set course. It is directed by the pilot or coupled in a radio navigation signal. So it's very important. So autopilot is basically the second pilot, as in the second alternate for flying. So it assists the pilot and also reduces much workload for the pilot. So the pilot usually enjoys using the autopilot. Is very easy. The flight control systems and aerodynamics characteristics vary greatly on an aircraft. It is very important as a pilot to be familiar with both primary and secondary systems being flown on an aircraft, inshallah. So ladies and gentlemen, in our next video I will be taking aircraft system. It basically focuses on the primary systems found on aircraft, for instance, induction, propeller, engine, landing gear, and many more as well, inshallah. So I will show you a little video how the engine is being started on a 777 precisely, inshallah. So please do not forget at the end of this video, please to like, share, and subscribe as well, please. And please let me know if there is any corrections we need to make, and also in the comment section, so I will see and we will adjust as well, inshallah. إن عجبتكم الفيديو لا تنسوا أن subscribe. شكرا لكم. مع السلامة.